As per usual, what came out of the US in terms of interesting equity stories over the weekend, Josh?
Yeah, for me it was Tesla. They actually reported their deliveries, or their vehicle deliveries over the weekend, and this is a pretty closely watched performance outside of its earnings. It effectively gives us the insight into its financial performance without actually giving us its earnings, and it actually reported weaker than expected deliveries, actually putting to an end a 2-year streak of gains in deliveries. They reported just over 254,000 vehicles that missed estimates, which was around about 260,000. And again, this was lower than the record number that they delivered in the previous quarter, which was 310,000 as well. So, again, that's mainly stemmed from these China lockdowns over April and May. It's a huge region. Tesla don't actually report deliveries by regions, but that was, obviously one of the decisive factors ultimately was the supply chain issues, etc. Really played a big part. So obviously markets are closed today, as we know, but going into Tuesday, it could be, a pretty messy open. But what was important was that actually Tesla noticed within the press conference that actually in June it was their strongest production month ever in the company's history. So you're coming off of the back of 2 months of weak deliveries, but then you're actually telling us that in June you've actually produced the most cars that you've ever have, and that's really important because actually what Tesla are really struggling with at the moment is actually meeting demand. They haven't got the supply to keep up with demand, and that's coming from just simply having the sheer amount of demand that they have. Obviously, supply chain issues, the lockdown in China, etc. So I think despite the weak numbers, in this near term, this comment is huge from Tesla. Whether it's Musk, sort of playing, as he likes to do, and sort of flipping the agenda there, I'm not sure, but it actually could mean that we actually do see some positive price action when the markets do reopen on Tuesday, instead of actually a price drop from actually the headline number of obviously weaker deliveries.